Good evening. Will you please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
welcome Superintendent Erickson, school board members, principal deans, faculty member, family, friends, and fellow graduates. It is my honor, great honor, and pleasure to welcome you all here tonight. We would like to thank you for joining us in our celebration. We did it. To start our program tonight, we will have the salutatorian addressed by me, Bailey, then we'll have the valedictorian addressed by Maddie, and then the choir will sing, after which we will follow the program as outlined.
Dear Heavenly Father, we're thankful for this day. We're thankful that we could all gather here, and we're thankful for everybody that came to support us. And please bless that as we go to a new chapter in our lives, that we will be able to make the best decisions possible. And we're thankful for all the support we've received from the parents and families and everywhere. And I say these things in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome Superintendent Erickson, school board members, principal deans, faculty members, family, friends, and fellow graduates. Let's just say this all came as quite a surprise. If you would have told me at the beginning of the year that I'd be standing here giving a speech, I probably would have just laughed in your face. But here I am, and I'll keep it simple and short because out of all my classmates, I don't think you want to be taking advice from me. First, I want to start by saying how truly grateful I am for this opportunity that I have. For the teachers, staff, family, community members, and everyone else who supported me in the class of 2026 in so many different ways. Thank you for always encouraging us, helping us grow, and honestly, for just putting up with us these last couple of years. We wouldn't be who we are without you. As graduating slowly crept closer and closer, I realized just how fast time actually moves. There's a quote that says, "Look around you, appreciate what you have, nothing will be the same in a year." I think that perfectly describes this moment right now. We're surrounded by people, memories, routines, and places that have shaped us into who we are. Soon, all our lives will be flipped upside down, and what we have been doing for the past 18 years will change. We will all go our separate ways to conquer the world in our own ways. While awards, grades, and titles may seem important right now, I don't think those things will matter nearly as much 20 years down the road. What truly matters is the kind of people we've become during these last 4 years and the impact we've left on the people around us. I hope we're not just remembered for our awards, grades, and titles, but for how we treated each other, how we showed up for our friends, and how we handled both the good and hard moments. It's about the people we have become and the impact we have made here at Cokeville High School. Not just the medals and awards we earned, but the lessons and growth that came with it. High school has given us all the ups and downs of life, but it has also given us memories we'll carry with us forever. The friendships, the lessons, the laughters, the late nights, and the victories, and even the struggles. As Winnie Pooh once said, how lucky am I to have something that makes saying goodbye so hard. As we leave tonight, I hope we don't just remember the big moments, but also the little ones, the ordinary days that turn into memories without us even realizing it. We are stepping into a future full of unknowns, opportunities, and challenges, but I know that each one of us is capable of doing incredible things in our own way. So, class of 2026, thank you for all that you've given me, for the memories we've shared, and for the impact you've had on my life. I wish each and every one of you nothing but the best as you move on to this next chapter. Congratulations and thank you.
Hi everyone. Good evening, Superintendent Erickson, members of the Lincoln County School District 2 School Board, Principal Dietz, Cokeville High School faculty and staff, parents, family, and fellow graduating students of Cokeville High. I would like to begin by thanking Superintendent Erickson and the school board for the opportunity to attend and represent Cokeville High School. I would also like to thank Mr. Dietz for the constant support and encouragement he gives our school. He really is our biggest cheerleader, both figuratively and literally. A special thank you goes to our senior advisors, Mr. Barnes and Ms. Call, for their patience and dedication through every class activity and event this year. To all of our parents, thank you for the patience, effort, and encouragement you have shown our class, especially during these last few weeks. I would also like to recognize the supporting staff for everything they do behind the scenes. Work that often goes unnoticed but is essential to making our school run smoothly. To our families and friends and community members, thank you for standing by us and supporting us throughout the years. Your encouragement has meant more than you know. Lastly, I want to thank my parents, especially my mom. I wouldn't be standing here today without her constant love and support. And thanks to my dad for always keeping me alive during the many times my mom and I had butted heads. If you had told me freshman year, or even a week ago, that I'd be standing here giving a valedictorian speech, I would have laughed and called BS, but I'm standing here before you not because of anything flashy or extraordinary, just hard work, grit, and resilience. As a 7th grader, it was COVID. I was diagnosed with MISC, a complication kids ran into when their bodies were exposed to the virus. I spent 8 hours in the emergency room at Primary Children's while the medical staff tried to stabilize me, enough to move to the ICU. I spent 4 days in the ICU while the doctors tried to come up with a treatment plan for a condition that they had never seen before. When things got at the worst and the outlook didn't look very positive, the doctor walked in and told my mom the only thing that was keeping me alive at that time was the fight inside of me. When I pulled through, the doctor pulled my mom aside and told her to never get mad at me as a feisty teenager because that is why I was walking out of the hospital. I think my mom forgot about the part about not getting mad at me though. I was told I would not be able to come back to public school, ever play sports again, or go back to life as I had known it. It took longer than I wanted, but I kept fighting, and here I am today. As I thought about what I wanted to say tonight, I had 3 thoughts come to mind that we have been taught here at Cokeville High School. To be resilient, gratitude, and to never stop improving. Mr. Linford had the football team read a book called Pound the Stone by Joshua Metcalf. This book caught my eye because it was the first time I had seen my brother Miles reading a book without pictures. Mr. Linford wrote a quote on the weight room wall that I read every time I went in that room. In this book, it talks about how a stone cutter must pound a stone 101 times before it splits in two. It isn't about the last blow that breaks the stone, it's about the 100 before it. I like this quote because this is why I'm standing here before you today, because of the swings I started taking years ago. To the late nights and countless weekends spent doing extra work for my college classes, having to make arrangements to take exams early or hand in assignments early to accommodate games, especially during region and state events. The frustrations and wanting to quit because the classes were hard, I didn't think I was capable of finishing. I just kept pounding the stone. All of us sitting here tonight had to keep pounding the stone. Cokeville High School has been much more than a place where I show up most of the required days. It has been the place that has helped shape me into the person I am today. Over the years, this place has definitely become my second home where I have grown not only academically, but personally as well. At Cokeville High School, we have a motto, success at the next level. This has been expressed every day by not only all the teachers and supporting staff in the classroom, but also by our coaches on the mat, field, court, or track. Here at CHS, we have learned the importance of hard work, perseverance, kindness, and responsibility. It has taught me especially to appreciate the people who stand beside me and to never take opportunities for granted. Mr. Barnes has always been a great example by teaching us to take time to thank people that allow us to be here. Every year before basketball starts, we go through an expectations paper, and one that is brought up heavily is to thank our parents, grandparents, or aunt or uncle, or whoever it is that is letting you participate in whatever you're doing. This year, we took it a step further and created a thankful board. Every day before practice or film, we would go over to the board, and every one of us would put what we were grateful for that day and put our initials underneath it. Us girls tried to put something different each practice, so after the first couple weeks, they were starting to get really creative. Addison's imaginary wiener dog, Coach Tiger's long stories when we were supposed to be conditioning, Coach Thomas sitting in the front of the bus, and our eyelashes are some examples of the things we were grateful for. Some more serious ones that you can easily spot with everyone's initials underneath were always our friends, teammates, coaches, healthy bodies, a warm bed, Jesus, and our parents. Starting each practice with this definitely made our attitudes better and started practice on a good note. I know that in the future, if any of us are having a hard time when things are going bad, if we take time to express our gratitude, things will always start to go a lot better. The teachers at CHS are doing more than just teaching us through a book. They are constantly challenging us each and every day to think bigger, work harder, and to keep going even when things are difficult. They have shown us a blueprint for our lives by teaching us that success is not something given and not achieved alone. Our class hardly won any of the competitions during our first years of high school, during homecoming, and our floats rarely turned out how we envisioned, but we kept trying every year. We have to show up and give our best if we want to achieve our goals. We have been taught to work hard to achieve positive outcomes, not sit back and expect things to go our way, because we are the coolest class, but success comes from people who support you and the effort you put into becoming better every day. I think one thing that makes Cokeville High School special is that our teachers have always cared about us more than just students. Most of our teachers are our coaches in the early morning in the weight room, our teachers during the day, and our coaches in the gym after school. And at night, there are friends' parents who keep telling us to laugh a little quieter, they're trying to go to sleep. They have really become some of our best friends throughout the years. They have stayed before and after school to help us when we are struggling and help push us to become the best version of ourselves when we did not always see our own potential. Because of their support and guidance, we are leaving CHS more prepared and confident to take on whatever comes next in our lives. Over the years, our class has grown into something much greater than just a group of students sitting in the same classrooms every day. We have grown into a community that supports one another through success, challenge, and milestone. In a small school, the relationships we build are different than any other school because all the time we had to grow up with each other year after year. We have created memories together that will last far beyond graduation. As for the senior class, we have reached a milestone that once felt so far away. Although we may be taking different paths after today, the lessons, memories, and friendships we have built here will always stay with us. So as we leave Cokeville High School for the final time as students, let us remember the need to keep swinging when obstacles are put before us or when life gets difficult. We need to always be grateful for the little things and those who are always cheering us on. Lastly, I keep trying to be the best versions of ourselves by constantly stretching our limits. I'm incredibly grateful for the memories, lessons, and friendship this school has given me, and I know the future holds great things for everyone sitting here tonight. Congratulations, class of 2026, and thank you for everything.
Hope when you take that jump, you don't fear the fall. Hope when the water rises, you build a wall. Hope when the crowd screams out, they're screaming your name. Hope if everybody runs, you choose to stay.
Hope that you fall in love and it hurts so bad. The only way you can know is through all you have.
And I hope that you don't suffer, but take the pain. Hope when the moment comes, you'll say, I did it all. I did it all. I owned every second that this world could give. I saw so many places, the things that I did. Yeah, with every broken bone, I swear I lived.
Hope that you spend your days and all that love. And when that sun goes down, hope you raise your cup.
I wish that I could witness all your joy and all your pain. But until my moment comes, I'll say I did it all. I did it all. I owned every second that this world could give. I saw so many places, the things that I did. Yeah, with every broken bone, I swear I lived. I swear I lived. With every broken bone, I swear I lived. Every broken bone, I swear I did it all. I did it all. I owned every second that this world could give. I saw so many places, the things that I did. Yeah, with every broken bone, I swear I lived. I swear I
Coach Lundberg grew up on his family's ranch in Star Valley, Wyoming. He served a mission in Costa Rica, where he learned Spanish. He has introduced many Cokeville students to the Spanish language and has taken high school groups on amazing trips to Costa Rica, Peru, Mexico, and Puerto Rico. Coach Lundberg attended the University of Wyoming and met his wife there. After graduation, he accepted a job in Nevada teaching Spanish and English. He also was the head football coach and wrestling coach for 6 years. Deciding it was time to bring his 3 children back to Wyoming, the Lundbergs moved to Cokeville in 2000. Eli and Flint joined the family while living in Cokeville. Coach Lundberg enjoys success. He was inducted into the Wyoming Coaches Hall of Fame in 2023. When he isn't coaching or teaching, Coach Swickard enjoys cowboying. He is an avid reader and likes to travel and go on adventures with his family.
Thanks, Addison. So I practiced this speech 3 or 4 times. Didn't shed a single tear. I was feeling pretty good about myself. And then the processional started, and I started to bawl. So we're going to hope we make it through this. And I'm thankful you guys are here tonight, but this speech is really for these guys. So you'll excuse me if I turn this a little bit. Probably going to knock the picture over. There's going to be a lot of inside jokes tonight, so if you don't get them, that's all right. It's not for you. You know, people go to psychics all the time, so they can look into the past and see what happened, kind of contact some people in the past. They might want to look into the future and see what's going to happen to them then. I'm no psychic, but if I was, this is what I would see. Jed, as I gaze into the future, it's a little blurry. Like you're not wearing your contacts at football practice. But maybe you have a future in ag mechanics or a pivot technician. But one thing I know, you will be a great husband and father someday. In the past, this is what I see. Great essays about the joys and struggles of 8 big ones. In fact, I have an excerpt of that essay right here. This is Jed. One hard moment in my life would have to be running 8 big ones during 2-a-days. At first, I thought I'd cruise through 2-a-days and 8 big ones, but there were a few fatal problems. First, I was really out of shape and underestimated how hard it would be. Second, due to the summertime, my sleep schedule was really messed up, so bad to the point the night before I stayed up till 1 in the morning. Finally, the big day came to run 8 big ones. Although I thought I came prepared for just a little running, I overestimated myself and skill. On the first lap, it was going pretty good so far. I kept the pace with everyone else and kept a good attitude. Then the second lap came. Although I had fallen behind a little bit, I was pretty much with everyone. Now the third lap. At this point, I had fallen a little behind everyone again, but I thought to myself, one more lap. But the time I thought incorrectly for some stupid reason. I thought 8 big ones was 4 laps. I've got a problem in the math department. 4 laps. Now I'm nearing the 100-meter mark, and I think to myself, it's finally over. Until I see everyone else is still running past. Although confused and behind everyone, I think, okay, maybe it's 5 laps or something. I never thought more incorrectly in my life. After several more dreadful laps, my legs started to feel like noodles because they were so tired. Then I looked over and couldn't believe my eyes to see that Jack was already finished. I thought to myself, how had he already finished? But I could tell that meant only 1 more dreadful lap and a half to go. There's another thing that I can see in this crystal ball. Jed's first football game. We were playing Kimmer. He came to the line, and he looked at the guy across from him, and he did the Ollie shuffle. And I don't know what he said to the kid, but the shuffle was pretty good. Jed, this is what I'll miss. The school ends. You hollering, Coach, what time is it? And we holler, I don't know, Jed, what time? Practice time, Coach. I want you, excuse me. But he made it to the first hit. I want you to know that life is always worth it, Jed, and I want you to keep that good attitude. Addison, as I gaze into the crystal ball of your future, I see you as a surgical nurse in your scrubs and a young teenage boy coming to after surgery, and you know how we all are after surgery. But he thinks to himself, I've died and gone to heaven. I can see you raising a whole passel of boys and then thinking their mom is the coolest, fastest, toughest lady. I'll remember you in elementary Spanish, going down to the gym for a couple contests, and you whipping everyone, including the boys, in a race. I remember saying to myself, she's not fast, she's fast. I'll remember your improvement as one of the best English students in the high school. I'll remember watching you compete in every sport. In fact, there's an article today, I don't know if you've been able to read it, if you get on the Casper Star Tribune, the online version. Addison is the only kid in the state of Wyoming, track history, all the years they've ever run track in the state of Wyoming, to go 15 out of 16 gold medals all 4 years. You can only be in 4 events per year at state track, and she has won 15 gold medals. The only time she took second in a contest was her freshman year, and she lost in the 100 meters by .001. You better give her a hand. Addison, remember to enjoy the big wide world. Brooke, I'm not ball on this one. Brooke, I see you as a psychologist. Glasses perched on your nose, a client on the couch, telling you his problems. But some days your kid will say, Mom, this is too hard. And you'll reply, buddy, you have no idea. I'm a good reader, but you are the best reader to ever grace this school. I'll remember the accident. I'll remember coming up to you on the backboard. There you were lying, we just put you on the backboard, and I bent down over you, and you looked at me in the eyes and said, Coach Linford, how are you doing? And then she said, I don't think I'll be able to get that essay in on Monday. And I said, Brooke, you don't have to write another essay for the rest of the year. You're done. But I'm amazed that you remembered who I was, and I'm amazed that you made it through that night. Another thing I'll remember you for, and your mom and brother can attest to this, is you cook excellent ramen when you don't burn down the house. Remember, you can do hard things. Bailey, the crystal ball says that you are an interior designer with the coolest house in the neighborhood, an awesome husband, a pile of kids as you run your business from home. I will remember our awesome adventures in Puerto Rico, your slick navigation skills. She was in my wife's car, and we had the phone app up, and we made it all over the island of Puerto Rico because Bailey could navigate. The boys in my car fell asleep every time. Bailey is the only girl with 4 brothers. You are as tough as nails. I'll remember your big blue eyes, your awesome smile and laugh that you'd flash me every day. Maddie, you will be a great, super 3rd grade teacher. Play with the kids at recess, they'll think you're the coolest, toughest teacher ever. You were actually born, you should have been born for it. You were meant to be a left side middle linebacker. Lightning is what we're called. There's so many stories for me to tell up here about you, but I'm going to narrow it to a few. One day in class we had a great discussion. Maddie asked me, Coach Linford, can you milk chickens? We talked for 15 minutes about milking chickens. You cannot milk a chicken. She still thinks you can. One day, she was going to prove to her family that she could cook. Because Tyler could cook, but Maddie's a little question. And she's like, oh yeah, I'm going to cook supper tonight. I'm going to cook tacos. So she went downstairs to get the meat out of the freezer. She's down there. She's down there. She's still down there. Finally she calls, Mom! Where's the Mexican meat? She's a probably for you. But anyway, Maddie, again, this is sparkle in your eyes. You were meant to make me laugh every day. Mia, I can picture you as a radiologist, hustling everywhere in the hospital, intense as always. Your kids will always be bragging about their mom being the best athlete ever. In fact, there's quite a few of the girls in this class that I'm pretty sure are going to be tougher than their husbands. They're going to go to kindergarten and say, oh yeah, my mom's tougher than mine. But your kids will always be bragging about their mom being the best athlete ever. I remember helping you learn how to lose while teaching you elementary Spanish. We do these games after we work with our Spanish words. And she would get so mad if she lost. So I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna teach this kid how to run. Beat her every single time. It didn't work. She still got mad when she lost. But I remember laughing out loud when I read your essay about your first time dancing. And here's an excerpt of that. When I was young, I was a great dancer. I would dance around the house all the time to random songs. One day I decided to go to dance lessons with a lot of the other girls in my class. After about 20 minutes of being at dance, I realized I wasn't actually a good dancer after all. We hadn't even gotten to the dance part, and I was already struggling. We started with some stretches, and here I was trying to pry my leg up off the ground while the other girls had them behind their heads. I was actually quite embarrassing experience. I had never been flexible. Soon after the stretches, we actually started the dancing part. I was awful. I remember going home and begging my mom to let me quit. My mom, determined to make me finish because once you start something, you have to finish it. What she didn't understand was how bad I actually was. I remember the day she came a little early to pick me up. She came and watched for a little. That night we talked about it, and I pushed through for 2 more weeks. But by the 3rd week, I decided to quit. We decided that dance was probably not my thing. Mia, continue to be the driven person you are. It is taking you really far in high school. It's going to take you further in life. Ammon, the crystal ball says you'll be a successful business manager, a champ at Red League basketball, rich and living the dream. I'll remember the way you would shut down the other team's best receiver in football. Your big smiles, you and me figuring out how to fix the Jazz. We still haven't figured it out. You're being afraid of my dog as a kid. Do you remember coming to my house and you wouldn't get out of the car? I remember all sorts of things about you. Most of all, I just remember you being you. Remember, the end goal is great, but it's in the journey where the memories are made. Hudson, you're probably going to go on and make $1 million on Wall Street. By the way, they do a Wall Street thing every year where they get $100,000 of monopoly money to invest. He turned his monopoly $100,000 to what, $35 million? So if you got an extra $100,000 laying around, just get Hudson up. That's after you go on a successful mission to Peru. I'll remember you playing tackle for me at 140 pounds, making tackles at safety. This is a famous line of Hudson's. Telling your classmates after your ACT score, guys, they've taught us everything we need to know by the end of our sophomore year. I will remember the dream I had. I had a dream one night a couple months ago. Hudson, down on his mission, had joined a cult. An Inca cult. And he had a little time left. Ammon was home, and I said, Ammon, we gotta go down and rescue Hudson. So Ammon and I, we went on a secret CIA mission. We got Hudson away from that cult. Hudson, remember it's okay to be the smartest guy in the room. Go ahead and change the world. Josh, someday you're going to publish a great fantasy novel. I remember when you lived here in elementary school and your cousins calling you Shua. I couldn't figure that out for a while. I remember your excellent writing skills. What a pleasure you were to have in class. Go ahead and get out of your comfort zone. You'll be all right. Don't worry, I only have a couple more kids here. McCall, your future holds a successful mission. I do believe you got your call tonight, didn't you? McCall, she never listens to me. She ignores me every day. I say hi to her in the hall every morning. 50-50 if I get a hi back. But I'll miss saying hi to you every day, McCall. McCall, I'm going to miss you. You're writing great essays for me. McCall, I assigned her one final essay. She decided to write her essay on why you should never have to write an essay. McCall, you're a smart, capable young lady. Jake, I can see you being a president of a company. You're the biggest hustler for work. I think you have 4 jobs. I'll remember your poems. Thanks for giving me a glimpse into your world through them. Work hard, be successful. Don't Trip, the crystal ball says you're going to be a great dad. I can also see you running your own electric company or construction business. Whatever you do, you'll be successful at it. But in reality, you were born in the wrong era. You should have been a Green Beret or a Navy SEAL in Vietnam. You're the toughest 140-pound kid ever put football. I will miss you being unblockable, being able to block anyone, watching you run around the field like a kamikaze wearing your orange Guardian cap. I don't think you'll ever forgive me and Marilyn for making you wear that. I'll miss everything about you. But I'll always remember you for your essay about eating the blue Sharpie, thinking it tasted like blue. Be successful, but remember to be there. Hey, here it comes. Hey, in the future, I can see you in your scrubs. She wants to be a radiologist. But on the side, you're going to be following your true passion, running your own dance studio, loving life. You're the best cheerleader and dancer. I'll remember for you making me smile every day, me making you smile every day. Watching you dance at half times. She's going to go on to a scholarship at Shadrach State, and they're the Eagles. I've been teasing her for a couple weeks now. I'm going to ask her to scream like an eagle for me. She's still not going to do it. Rachel, you can't tell this is an alphabetical order. She's the last one. Rachel, I can picture you being a speech therapist. And the little kids grinning when they leave class and go meet with you. You were born to be the right side of the linebacker. Wonder. I can picture you telling your kids someday, yes, Grandma has a crazy laugh. Yes, Grandpa will take you hunting. And please, please ignore your uncles. Rach, you're the most widely read student I've ever taught. You know something about everything. You can discuss anything. But I'll never forget your stories about piano lessons. Julie, you're going to have to read the whole thing. This is just one part. My number one spot would have to be the day I purposely threw my piano books in a puddle. I actually do feel really bad about this one. And I would hope that now I wouldn't be the same. I remember one day I was more heated than usual about the fact that I had to go to piano lessons. I left the house mad at my mom. I had some fire building up as I stomped to piano lessons. When I was crossing the bridge, I saw a piano book-sized puddle that was tempting me to throw my book in. I gave in to that temptation, and I threw the book in the puddle. 2 seconds later, a lot of guilt and shame hit me, so I quickly grabbed it out and ran to piano lessons. I had to make up a very tall tale about the wind blowing my book out of my hands and into a puddle. I know Mrs. Dayton didn't believe me, but she said nothing else, and we went about piano lessons. One last story on Rachel. Julia, you probably remember this one. Rachel, she's going to be a speech pathologist, but early in her life, she really wanted to be a hairdresser. So one day she convinced Addison to sit in the chair. She scalped Addison. Julia, feeling really bad and not knowing what to do, put it all in a baggie and sent it home to Jenny. I can just picture all this little water fluff in a baggie. Guys, Rich, remember to grow and improve, but overall, continue to be your amazing self. I could go on and on all night about stories with these kids, but we came here to watch you graduate. Just know I love you all. Thanks for all the memories. Congratulations, you made it.
She was just 4 years old, going on 10. She looked up at me with her beautiful eyes and a big old grin. She said, Daddy, won't you take me on that carousel ride? Look at that horse, just my size. Come on, Daddy, let's go for a ride. And we went around and round underneath the stars of a beautiful night. I don't ever want to lose this moment of my life, 'cause she's all grown up now.
Well, first I wanted to thank, we have almost our entire school board here, as well as the majority of our central office leadership for Lincoln County School District Number 2. Really appreciate them being here tonight to honor and recognize and support our graduates in Cokeville High School. It's my pleasure to be here with you this evening and to share some brief remarks related to our graduating class. As I look at this incredible group of young people, I see massive potential, grit, and determination. This is an incredible group of young people for a lot of different reasons. The potential of this group of students is limitless and varied. Importantly, Mahatma Gandhi once said, "The future depends on what you do today and every day." Mr. Kerr, visiting speaker this year, talked with us about choosing your hard. Every day we all have the opportunity to choose our hard. At times I've wondered why something can't be just a little bit easier for myself, or my kids, or a relative, or students or staff at our school. Then I'm reminded that we get to choose our hard on a daily basis. Many times our level of success is not determined by the opportunities we have or have not had, or how intelligent we are, but how willing we are to accept and work through our individual hard and achieve the best outcome with the opportunities that we've been given. Some in life get stuck in feeling sorry for themselves, wondering why something hadn't happened to them, rather than focusing on how to take what life has given you and do the best you can with what you have. I've never seriously weightlifted until last summer. I've been amazed at what I've been able to accomplish by pushing through my heart in that individual capacity. When resting between sets, I sometimes look at quotes that are all over the board on our weight room wall. One that has stood out to me for a long time says, "Don't pray for an easy life. Pray for the strength to endure a difficult one." In my mind's eye, I've consistently wanted to change one word in that quote. The word that I would change would be endure. I would change the word endure to thrive. So the quote would read, "Don't pray for an easy life. Pray for the strength to thrive in a difficult one." This group of students has thrived through difficult challenges. We have a student graduating this year who has spent more time working both inside and outside of school to do the necessary coursework to graduate tonight than possibly any student in Cokeville history. Her hard has been different than the hard that most people experience, and she has persevered. We have a group of students who experienced a horrific accident a little over a year ago. Life threw something at them that they weren't planning on. The level of hard has been different for different students. Their experiences have been different. Perhaps no one will truly understand how hard it has been except those individual students. And that scenario plays out over and over again for each of the students on this stage. They have taken their hard, they've chosen to persevere and to achieve and to succeed. Winston Churchill described it as follows: "Success is not final, failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts." Students on this stage have experienced incredible success over their high school career and done some things that most high school students would only dream of. They've also experienced some crushing defeats. As with all of us, those experiences did not need to define us, but can inform our future action. They can physically, spiritually, emotionally, socially, or in other ways strengthen our resolve and help us to learn. As we move forward in life and experience more incredible success and crushing defeats, I hope your previous experiences will give you the will to move forward and continue learning, growing, and succeeding. Marianne Williamson said, "Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure." This group of students is powerful beyond measure. They have the ability to go out and positively influence the world. I wish you Godspeed in accomplishing your goals, dreams, and successes that will sometimes come in different packages than you expect, or maybe that you would like, or that you anticipated. Life has a tendency to do that sometimes. Representative Jenkins, it is my pleasure, as the principal of Cokeville High School, to recommend the graduating class of 2026 as having met the requirements set forth in our Cokeville High School handbook for graduation tonight.
Principal Denise, class of 2026. 26. It's an honor to be asked to speak at your graduation. This is my 4th year of being on the school board, number 2 for Lincoln County. And one of my favorite discoveries has been what a great community Cokeville is. There's a reason why Cokeville High has a graduation rate of 100%. That says it takes a village to raise good kids, and this is exactly what you have here in Cokeville. It's been impressive to watch. Now graduating from a place like Cokeville is different than graduating like in a big city. In larger schools, people barely know each other. Here in Cokeville, everyone knows your name, your parents, your grandparents, what truck you drive, what your mom's making for dinner. If you skipped class at Cokeville, somehow your parents knew before you got home. You learn how to work hard. You learn how to help your neighbors. You learn that when someone's stuck in a snowbank, you don't just drive by, you stop. And you learn one of the most important life skills of all, waving at every vehicle on the highway, even if you don't know who it is. Now graduates, life after high school comes fast. Some of you are heading to college, some are into the trades, some missions, some straight to work. And some of you still haven't got a clue and that's okay. But remember something that Steve Jobs once said, your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. That's important. This world's going to tell you who you should be, what success should look like, what job you should have, what kind of car you should drive, where you should live, what you should post online so strangers think you have a perfect life. Don't get trapped chasing somebody else's version of success. Figure out what matters to you. Because success in life has never really been about being flashy. Around here, people respect hard work, honesty, loyalty, faith, and showing up when people need you. Those values matter. And the world could use a lot more people raised with them. There's also a quote from Jelly Roll that I think fits this class perfectly. The windshield's bigger than the rearview mirror for a reason. That means you don't spend your whole life looking backwards. Learn from your mistakes. And yes, we appreciate the people and the places that shaped you along the way. But keep moving forward because your future is bigger than your past. And graduates who are going to make mistakes, everyone does. You'll take wrong turns, date the wrong person, buy something dumb, probably ignore advice from your parents that later turns out to be right, maybe painfully right. But mistakes don't define you, character does. Getting back up does. And there's one thing wanting people know how to do is when things get hard, the toughness will serve you well. In class of 26, dream big, work hard, stay humble, call your mom once in a while, remember where you came from. Congratulations, we're proud of you, and thank you, God bless you, God bless Cokeville, Wyoming. Principal Deeds, on behalf of Lincoln County number 2, we accept the graduates.
Jaden Alexander Price, the nephew of Amy and Scott Nielsen, and the son of Thomas and Sarah Price, plans to work all summer long and save up money to pay for college. His goal is to stay out of debt while attending college at BYU, Idaho. He plans to major in a business degree as well as a major in finance. Dayton, daughter of Jerry and Marilyn Dayton. After graduation, Maddie plans to work through the summer and attend Western Wyoming to begin her schooling for elementary education. Harold and Tanya Hatch. Emma will serve a 2-year mission for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in Dallas, Texas. Ammon hopes to receive revelation on what to do for the rest of his life. Bailey Sue Bird, daughter of Cameron and Amanda Bird. After high school, she plans to attend Western and earn a degree in business management while possibly taking time off to serve an LDS mission. After earning her degree, she plans to get certified in interior design. Hudson D. Hemrick, son of Micah and Camille Hemrick. Hudson will serve a 2-year mission for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in Peru. Hudson, like Ammon, is also hoping to receive revelation on what to do for the rest of his life. Mia Dayton, daughter of Joseph and Buffy Dayton. After high school, Mia will serve an 18-month mission in Hawaii for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. After her mission, she will take a few months to work and earn some money and then decide what to do from there. Nicole Lorraine Murdoch is the daughter of Jason and Holly Murdoch. It has been her goal to graduate for a very long time. She wants to thank her teachers, aides, friends, and family for helping her along the way. This summer, McCall plans to spend time with her family, garden, and care for her animals until she starts her mission. Hayden Sydney Storr, daughter of Sid and Heidi Storr. In the fall, she'll cheer at Chadron State College while majoring in radiography. Rachel Joy Thomas, daughter of Scott and Julia Thomas. After high school, Rachel plans to attend BYU Provo and major in speech-language pathology. Joshua Keller, the son of Jeff and Nicole Keller, will spend his summer assisting his family with their relocation to the Kansas City area. Upon arrival, he intends to enter the workforce to build his personal savings while evaluating his future academic pursuits. Joshua is currently considering several educational institutions, including BYU Idaho, Utah Tech, and BYU Pathway Worldwide. Although he does not know where, he's getting a degree in entrepreneurship and accounting. Additionally, he is exploring the possibility of serving a mission for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Brooke Emma Bell, daughter of Ken and Brandy Bell. After graduation, Brooke plans to work through the summer and attend BYU-I in the fall. While Brooke works on her generals, she will decide what career to pursue. Trip Reese, son of Russell and Melissa Reese. This summer, Trip plans to work construction with a family friend, and after that, to go to college or apprentice as an electrician. Addison Nola Barnes, daughter of Ben and Jenny Barnes. This summer, Addison plans to work at the Whedon Pest. She was selected to participate in Wyoming's South All-Star basketball game in July, an exciting honor she looks forward to. In the fall, Addison plans to attend either Utah State University or BYU-I as she begins working towards her nursing degree. Jedediah Autry, son of Luke Autry and Nicole Vincent. After school, Jed plans on working during the summer for Circle B, after which he plans on disappearing into the mountains and becoming a mountain man. There, he will build a cabin and have a coyote as a pet.
That's more like practice was. If they nailed it, would it count?
Thank you so much for being here. We invite you to celebrate with our graduates in the Commons and enjoy your time with them. Have a good